The Integrated Seed Sector Development (ISSD plus Projects Vegetable Component) aims at contributing to the increased competitiveness of the vegetable sector actors through promoting the use of superior Dutch seed varieties and equipping vegetable producers with skills and knowledge for good agronomic practices in nursery management, fertilization and soil moisture conservation, crop protection and backyard farming for higher production and productivity. This video will focus on the activities for proper fertilizer application and soil moisture content conservation in vegetable farming. Vegetables need fertile soil to give them nutrients, just like the human body needs nutritious food to stay healthy. In order to obtain a great yield, vegetables need light, water, air, and a healthy soil. Soil provides nutrients to vegetable plants. However, not all soils are equally healthy, creating a need to add primary and secondary macronutrients and micronutrients to ensure productive farming. This is why we add fertilizers. Before applying fertilizer, make sure your soil is well prepared. Whether it's in a nursery bed or in the field, ensure that your soil is of good till up to at least 20 centimeters. Take soil samples so that you can determine if your soil is lacking in anything. Mix the various samples in one bucket. Take off 500 grams for testing. This is your sample for testing. Test your soil sample pH. For optimal growth and biological activity in the soil, the pH should be kept at 6.0 to 7.0. If the soil pH is below 6.0, add lime at 250 grams per square meter. The most important macronutrients for vegetables are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are required in large quantities. Vegetables also need micronutrients like iron, manganese, boron, copper, molybdenum, zinc, and chlorine. They are required in small quantities but are essential for plant growth. Vegetables need nitrogen for growth and yields, and it is the most important in plant nutrients. Plants that are low in nitrogen exhibit a reduction in leaf growth, leaves turn green-yellowish in color, older leaves usually turn yellow fast, and some die prematurely. Phosphorus is important for root growth. It is best applied before crop establishment as basal application during land preparation. Leaves turning purple and leaf edges bending downwards in older leaves shows a deficit in phosphorus. Potassium is another principal nutrient needed in large quantities by vegetables. It stimulates the formation of seeds, spurs flowering, and formation of fruits. When there is a deficit in potassium, the leaves turn green-purplish with brown edges, leaves eventually fall off, there is a reduction in growth as well as weak stems and leaves. Calcium is important in strengthening the cell walls of the plants and fruits. When plants lack this nutrient, they tend to exhibit dead cells on plant parts, especially fruits, a condition called blossom end rot. Fertilizers play an important role in the growth and productivity of vegetables. They have nutrients that are required for the growth and optimal production of vegetables. You can apply artificial fertilizer or well-rotted manure and compost. Fertilizer can be applied through the root system or sprayed on the leaves. Fertilizer can also be applied by top dressing, band placement, and broadcasting evenly on top of the soil close to the plants, at the time of the final soil preparation or at sowing or planting. Fertilizers can be applied at different times of the seasons or at different growth stages of the vegetable. For newly transplanted seedlings or during transplanting, it is advisable to apply phosphorus to enhance root development and nitrogen for shoot development. These two nutrients can be found in either DAP or NPK or any other fertilizer which is a potential source of nitrogen and phosphorus. Ensure your vegetables are healthy and have adequate nutrients throughout. During vegetative stage, nitrogen is more crucial than phosphorus and potassium as the plants need more canopy for food manufacture. Nitrogen can be obtained by applying fertilizers such as urea, NPK, CAN, and any other fertilizer that can provide nitrogen. During flowering, fruit setting, and throughout the harvesting period, plants need potassium for it stimulates the formation of seeds, spurs flowering and formation of fruits, calcium to prevent blossom end rot, and nitrogen to support more vegetative growth for continuous food manufacture. These nutrients can be obtained from CAN, calcium nitrate, and MOP, muriate of potash. These are always applied in combination at once. Side dressing is the best way to apply fertilizers for most vegetables. For foliar fertilizer, dissolve fertilizer in water in a recommended dose. And then spray on leaves. Do not apply just before the rain as it will be washed off. Phosphorus has a low mobility of about 10 to 14 days. Hence, it should be applied prior to or at planting. Nitrogen fertilizers are easily lost because of environmental effects like temperature or are leached by water, hence should be applied as and when the plant crop needs it. Soil moisture conservation is an important aspect in fertilization, since nutrients are taken up by the plants as ion, which are formed when nutrients dissolve in water. Mulching, the most common and available form of soil moisture conservation, is the application of materials on the surface of the soil or raised beds onto which crops are grown. Common mulches in Uganda are dry grass and plastic mulch. Mulching prevents the evaporation of water from the soil, protects the soil from erosion, and checks the speed of running water, which could carry away the valuable nutrients just applied during fertilization. Give the soil what it needs, so that it can give your vegetable crop what it needs, in order to provide you with fresh, healthy vegetables.